record this. All right. So how can you shift from having a growth mindset to having a fixed limited mindset to having a growth mindset? So first point, guys, start by embracing challenges as opportunities. Little challenges, whatever you deem little, are big challenges. All right. So instead of avoiding things that seem hard, lean into them, knowing growth happens outside of your comfort zone. It seems like we've spoken about this many times in the other calls, guys. It's because it's going to keep coming back. It's a principle. Everything happens outside the comfort zone. And here's another tip that's not in my notes. In order to develop and grow our mindset, to have a growth mindset, let's never give something a level of difficulty before doing it. All right? You guys don't have to do a show of hands or put a one in the chat, but I found myself before looking at something, let's say learning a new language. All right, let's say I want to learn, I'll use Chinese. All right, my wife's Chinese. I don't know Chinese. Let's say I look at Chinese, I'm like, man, that's really hard to learn. Well, to be honest, it's just I have not taken the time to study it. If I studied Chinese the way I studied the game of football, I'd probably be fluent. No, I would be fluent in Chinese. So in anything that we see in front of us or see coming, let's not give it a level of difficulty before even doing it. Let's say, again, the question is, who do I have to become and what does it take in order to know this? Still in point number one, replace negative self-talk with empowering beliefs. For example, instead of saying, I'm just not that good at this, use I'm not good at it yet. And again, who can I become and what can I use to develop into the person I need to be? This one's very important, guys. As a football player, we have the opportunity to be surrounded by like-minded people almost all the time. And these calls is not only for on the field. This is for life. All right. I'm sure I'm not gonna teach you something when I say that football is not forever. The brotherhood is, but the game of football is not forever. So surround yourself with growth-minded people, coaches, teammates, mentors who hold you accountable and inspire you to keep learning. It's the same, guys, when you're at home, when you're chilling. And here's another thing. The person or the people that you surround yourself with do not have to be in front of you. It's in the music we listen to, the podcasts we listen to, the videos we watch, everything. Everything. Very, very important, guys. So that was point one. We had 3 points to that question. So how can you shift from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset? Let's go to point number 2. What is one skill that we can develop in the off season to help our mindset? So improve your mental toughness, learn how to stay composed, focused, and confident no matter the pressure or outcome. So 2 points I want to talk about, guys. 2 points. As a football player, there is pressure in everything we do. All right. Well, actually, society would see it as pressure. For us, it's just another day. Here's point number 1. Make sure you write this quote down. My uncle told me, my uncle who played in the CFL and now is a coach in the CFL, Mr. Mark Washington. Go look him up. Freaking amazing person, father, athlete. He told me once, he said, Jay, there is no pressure if you don't resist. There is no pressure if you don't resist. Let that sink in. Make sure you write that down. And so make sure you write that down and let that sink in, guys. Another way to get ready for those moments where we have to make literally like split-second decisions, whether I'm a linebacker, running back, receiver, quarterback, peu importe. is to get in that heat of the action before being on the field. All right. This is an extreme example, but I love it. It's a Navy SEAL training that they do in the States. Actually, it's a training to get ready for the Navy SEAL training. It's called Kuroko. And what they do is that they get you to do a series of squats for just, I think, like a few minutes. So your heart is pumping, you're hot, you're sweating, you're in Texas, right? And then they dump you in an ice bath. You go in, back, your back first, and your head in, as if I was dropping it. And the point of this is to get you to stay composed when you hit adversity, when you have something shocking happen to you, when you have something shocking happen to you. It is extreme, guys. But just imagine for a moment, going from extreme heat to extreme cold and being able to stay composed. You get out of that cold water, see yourself getting out of that cold water, and you breathe in and you breathe out. Imagine when you get onto the football field and you do the thing that you were born to do. There's no situation in which you are scared. And even if you are scared, you do it anyways. Right? So our second question, guys, what is one skill to develop? That would be improve your mental toughness. I like this one. Increase your footwork, your speed, agility, become more explosive. Man, as football players, guys, that's everything we do. Everything we do. Even linemen. Linemen are, man, I've seen linemen with some of the sweetest feet. Sweetest feet. I'm not talking about how they look, guys. I'm talking about how they move, all right? And this is very important, guys. All right, this is very important. Work on your leadership. Learning how to encourage, guide, and elevate the people around me, even when I'm not the loudest voice in the room. Actually, I'll tell you one thing. The greatest leaders are usually not the loudest in the room. They're the ones that are guiding people to be the best of themselves. So during the off season, even if we're not around our teammates, who can we lead at all times? Who are we with 24 hours, 7 days a week, 7 days a week? Who can answer that question? Who are we with?
Ourselves.
Exactly. Ourselves. So here's the opportunity that we get to have during the off season is to learn how to lead ourselves. Get to know ourselves. All right. Number 3, how does failure help you grow? All right. So failure reveals where I need to be, where I need to focus my attention. It gives me honest feedback and shows me what isn't working so I can course correct. It builds resilience, and every time I fail, I get back up. I strengthen my discipline, humility, and mental toughness. Failure keeps me learning. So we've spoken about this before. Through our school system, in my opinion, we have not been learned how to use failure to get to the next level. We've been told you fail an exam, all right, study harder and pass the next one. But what happens when I fail an exam? I take the exam and I look at all the answers that I got wrong and I make them right. And I study and I look at them, I go over them with my teacher. At the end of the day, if I know all the right answers to my exam, then in my head, in my brain, where I'm going to be for the rest of my life, I have not failed. Maybe in the school system. I'm not telling you guys to fail, guys. But the point of this is if we fail or when we fail, to learn from it so we don't become a failure. Remember, being a failure is stopping at the first failure. Having a failure is I keep going no matter the failures. All right. We're going to go through some concrete actions that we can take every single day for those 3 points. So how do we shift from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset? Make sure you write these down. If I'm going too fast, let me know, guys. This. So make sure you write these down as we're writing our book, right? So for shifting from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, point number one, write down three limiting beliefs you've had about yourself. Example, I'm not fast enough. I'm not a leader. I'm not tall enough. I'm just not that guy. I'm not that girl. I just don't have the hands. So write down three limiting beliefs that you've been telling yourself for the past day, week, month, year, whatever the case may be, and change it. Rewrite each one. So write those out and then rewrite them after. I'm working on being faster, on getting faster. I'm working on being more explosive. Now, of course, if you're not tall enough, like in my case, I've never said I'm not tall enough, but I'm kind of short. Um, and can't help you there, right? Unless you're young and you're still growing. At 33, I think I'm done growing. But the point of this, guys, is write down limiting beliefs that you've said about yourself. Actually, also write down limiting beliefs that you've let other people tell you. That's very important. We need to know what is in our mind. So when we write it down, and it's going to be funny, I promise you, you're going to read this and you're like, did I really let myself be led by this way of thinking? And then you switch it. I'm learning how to be faster. And your brain's going to be, okay, perfect. What are the tools that we have available to us? What are the resources? And you become resourceful instead of saying, I'm not fast enough. And it ends there. All right. The point of this is to keep our mind open. Um, all right, here we go. Again, in shifting from fixed mindset to growth mindset, pick one challenge you've been avoiding. A tough drill, going for a new position, um, speaking up, guys. Sometimes we tend not to speak up because we're shy of what other people will say. But when we do speak up, we might change another person's life, and more importantly, our life. Um, and commit to doing it this week. So pick one challenge, guys. Pick one challenge. The point of these calls, right, is to get the information, the tools, but to use them. If we don't use the tools that we're getting here, I won't say it's worth nothing because you're still getting them, but it has to be concrete actions. Remember, intention is great. Without action, absolutely nothing. And you'll probably hear from your parents, oh, I had the intention of going, but I didn't go. And they'd be like, okay, Dad, well, you didn't go. That's what happened, no matter the intention. All right. So make sure, guys, you pick one challenge that you've had and do it this week. Get it done. Oh, I love this. This goes back with our surroundings. Choose a mentor or a teammate to talk about your mindset. So you're going to open up. This is the way I've been thinking. These are the thoughts that have been going through my mind about who I am, my football position, where I'm going. What do you think? What do you think about it? And here's a little tip, guys. Talk to someone who's a little further than you, who has done who has gone where you want to go, who has done the things that you want to do. So they can listen and from experience just say, hey, here's what I went through as well, and here's what I suggest. And you take it and you learn. Write this quote down, guys. This is from Jim Rohn. Don't be a follower. Write this down. Don't be a follower. Be a student. Being a student and learning every single day keeps your mind open, keeps your mind in that growth mindset. It's setting our mind up. You get to choose. That's a great thing about life. You get to choose how to set your mind up. All right. So write it down. Don't be a student. Don't be a follower. Be a student. So find someone who's just a bit further than you are and ask them, this is what I've been thinking. This is how I've been playing. What do you think I can change? What do you think I could do better? Because they're a bit further than you. Like they're literally a version of you in the future, talking back to you and saying, "Hey, this way you can adjust them, and you can get to their level before them." Anyway, we'll stop there. This is going to get I can go into detail. All right. So some skills that we need to develop. Oh, I like this. So we're going to point number two, guys. Write your skill goal on a sticky note or whiteboard where you'll see it daily. So, example, improve lateral movement. All right, let's say you're a running back and you hit the hole, like you're used to hitting the hole and not being able to bounce out quick. All right, well, write it down. I need to improve, like in caps, improve lateral movement and put it on your door or somewhere where you see it every single day. Every single day. Why, Jay? Because you don't even have to look at it. From your peripheral vision, your mind is absorbing it. Your mind is absorbing it. And the fact that you wrote it down, your mind says, don't forget that. Remember that. You have to improve your lateral movement. So then when you leave, guys, this is the most fun thing about being a football player that I adopted when I played. The world is our training grounds. When we walk through people, the way we open doors, whatever activity we're doing, we get to apply our training to every single thing. So I ask you, imagine every day when you were walking, you did a little movement that helped you like remember, okay, lateral movement, lateral movement, lateral movement, and you did it 100 times a day, just thinking, okay, lateral movement, 100 times a day. You 7 days a week, 700 times. You go 7 times 52. You do the math. It's a lot of times, right? Let's say 9 months instead of 12 because off season. Whatever the case, that's 108,000 times. So again, I ask you, if I repeat something 108,000 times, would it not make sense that in the game I could do it 100, even 50, even, even 10 times? If I hit the hole and bounce out, that's a first down, a touchdown, a first down, 3 yards, 5 yards. Guys, this is where we win. Every single action we take. Ooh, this. I'm reading this, guys. I'm getting hyped. Record yourself doing that skill and analyze it to identify small areas of improvement. I'm going to take out that skill. Record yourself every time you do a training. Record yourself every time you're on the field doing footwork. You probably do it already, but we need to hear it again and again and again. Make sure your phone is full. If your phone is not full storage because you have videos of yourself running drills, bench pressing, squatting, looking at yourself repeatedly every single day, obsessing with I want to get better, then we're doing something wrong. Because if you're on this call, it's because you're serious about getting to the next level, whatever that level is. And that's where people got, guys, I'm telling you, there are human beings and there are football players, and football players are always in progress mode. And progress mode, guys, is man, be that person in the gym with their tripod filming. Whatever people want to think, they will think. You're on the field by yourself, you're filming perfect. There's a soccer practice going on. Go to the corner, film yourself, everything. So when you get home, you spend an hour instead of scrolling, you spend an hour just looking. And that's where film starts, guys. That's working on yourself. That is leading, literally leading yourself. Because everything that we do, remember, right? Every movement that we do, the world is our playing ground. And then we get to watch, okay, I did that, I did this. You go through your highlights, guys. You have it. What you can do right after this call, if you don't have another meeting, is go watch one of your highlights. Go watch one play. Watch it for 10 minutes over and over again. Even if it's a touchdown, where could I have done better? In those plays are hidden gems. Because when you watch it, your mind says, perfect. Imagine this. Let's put it all together. I'm watching it. I wrote it, and my subconscious sees it every time I get up in the morning. Imagine when I hit the field, I practice it thousands of times, and when it's game time, guys, I'm not even give. There's not even an hour of effort that I have to give. Imagine the impact. By a show of hands, who knows what Dragon Ball Z is? Yes, yes, Dragon Ball Z, right? Okay, perfect. There's a level that Goku gets to, which is Ultra Instinct, where his body reacts by itself. Every opportunity in the fight that he gets, his body reacts to it. I'm not actually. I'll send you guys a link. It's freaking amazing. That's where we need to get to, where you've trained your mind so much that when you get on the field, there's literally no thinking. Like you are composed. Your face is relaxed in the most crucial moment of the game. And you have no doubt in your mind that you can make the play. That's where we need to get to. Yeah, you might have butterflies. That's all right. But you are composed because you know that you have done your 110% during the off season. Let's get to using failure as fuel, and we'll just be about done, guys. So reflect on recent failure by journaling, and we spoke about this. If I'm correct, Paul does this in the morning as well. I don't know, right before going to bed for the next day, gets ready. Journal, guys. Um, some failures that have happened either today or the day before, and then ask yourself, what can I do differently next time? What can I do differently to correct those failures before they happen? Is it, and here's a question we can ask ourselves. Is it a failure that happened once? Is it something that happens every single day? Because if it happens every single day, man, we need to correct that right away. Ooh, I like this. And this doesn't kind of go, it goes with uh watching watching videos of yourself doing drills. Also, watch pros. Watch pros do what they do. So watch a pro athlete interview where they talk about failure or comeback stories. Use it as inspiration to reframe your own experience. So whatever position you are, go find someone that plays your position, that's gone through trials and tribulations. Listen to them, just how they came out of it. Just if it ever happens to you, be like, okay, I'm not the only one, and I already know how to get out of it. Remember, guys, obstacles. I look at the obstacles before they happen, and I develop the solution right now. So when they happen, I'm not stopped. I already know how to go through them. And oh, this is awesome. Make a lessons learned list from your last season. So we won't go for actually you can. If you're able to go back to your last season and if you have tape and look at all the things that you're okay, I could have done that. I could have done this better, this and that. Make that list and then go and add here's how I'm going to correct that. And I'll finish on this. I'll finish on this. We had practice with Receiver Academy, and man, I was hyped. It was last Sunday, and there's something that poked at me, if I could put it that way. Guys were sitting down during practice, and I asked the question during training camp: are you allowed to sit down? No, no, you're not. So why are we sitting down during practice, guys? Why are we sitting down when we're literally crafting who we need to be during training camp? You know, everything is there. During these practices that we have, whether it be with QB movement, linebacker prototype, running back and receiver academy, these guys, those are the moments where you can perfect everything you need. You have film, everything is there. But it's not just what you're doing physically. It's that mental aspect that says, man, I am gassed. We have just run 10 times, and I had to jog back to get into position to go. And now it's break. All I want to do is sit down, but I'm gonna stand up, get this drink of water, and go back into position and be ready for the next rep. Imagine when you get to training camp and there are five of you, there are five running backs, so there are five, whatever your position you play, and you only have to do half the reps that you did in practice. Imagine the focus, the energy, the everything that you could put into those reps. And the other guys are gassed because they didn't do what you did. And you can run twice as hard as they did and get back into position, and you're not even huffing and puffing because you have done it thousands of times. Your brain automatically tells you before it happens, it's okay, bro. It's okay. Don't worry, I got you. And you don't have to think about it. That, guys, those are the tools that we need to use during our off season so that when we get into season, there's no more. It's just, I play football, man. I play football with passion. So, guys, we're gonna end. It's 7. I won't keep you any longer. We're gonna end with our quote. So, if you can repeat after me, you don't have to unmute your mic. So, repeat after me. I am more than I appear to be. All of the world's strength and power rests in me. Every single day, I am more than I appear to be. All of the world's strength and power rests in me. Imagine telling yourself that every single day, the person that you are going to become, no matter your beliefs, no matter where you come from, no matter the color of your skin, whatever the case may be. You tell yourself that every single day. I promise at the end of everything, you will be satisfied with who you are, which is the most important part, guys, who we become. So on that note, I'd love to thank you guys for taking the time to be on this call. We are back on next Thursday. Go take those tools, guys. Use them. Remember this. I'll close the call right after this. You are the one. You are the one in every situation. Not the guy beside you. You are the one to make the difference. All right, guys. Have a blessed night. We'll see each other very soon.
Thank you, Coach. See you.
Coach.
My great pleasure,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you.
My great pleasure.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Take care.
What? So yeah.